In this video, we're going to talk about 3 simple things that you can do. In fact, 3 essentials you need in place to be able to close more sales consistently, predictably, and profitably. Hi, my name is Dwayne Huff, and if you're new to my channel, I'm a 14-year sales professional who then launched out on his own in that 15th year to start his own company, a corporate sales training and performance coaching brand, but then it evolved into a business consultancy and then evolved into training more than just sales. Communication, leadership, presentation skills, and I also have a very special brand that brings me back to whenever I was in high school that implies all of these skill sets. I go out and do a thing called band leadership seminars during the summer, but I digress because that's not important to you. What matters to you is I'm a 14-year sales professional who then started my company and continues to sell day after day, just like you do. So this isn't just stuff I talk about, this is stuff I do, and I want to share these 3 insights with you, because if you have these things in place, no matter what you sell across any industry, you will see yourself closing more sales consistently, predictably, and profitably. So let's start with the first one, which is pipeline. Pipeline simply means bringing more warm leads into the funnel, engaging in conversation, and moving them through the sales process, whatever that looks like for you. Again, whether that's a simple sale, a complex sale, B2B, B2C, door-to-door, whatever the case might be, this serves. I've worked across over 200 industries training different sales professionals, inside sales, outside sales, worked with their sales leadership and their leadership teams to help them increase their sales by as much as 70%, depending upon the situation. So I've seen this across the board. I've seen this across industries. It will work for you. It's universal, but the pipeline, as you fill it, needs to be robust. Never stop filling your pipeline. Now, a common way to do, there's so many ways to do that. You can network, you can speak. Speaking is a great way. If you get in front of your ideal clients, one to many, you can draw so much business and so many leads and fill that pipeline so quickly. If you find yourself in a place just starting your sales career or starting with a new company, I don't recommend this, especially the way it's taught, but cold calling can be a very quick and effective way to fill your pipeline. But I would encourage you not to just make a cold call, because that's a fleeting moment in time, unless you're leaving in that cold call something behind of value that helps your prospect go from where they are to where they're trying to be and educates them every step of the way. Because when you do it that way, what you're doing is adding value. So however you choose to fill your pipeline, remember the first thing you have to do is do it consistently. Because if you've been in sales for any amount of time, you know that when the pipeline gets slim, at the end of the month, it gets intense. The pressure's on. You don't know if the sale's going to close, and that's just not a place to be. The hardest sale to make is the one you need. One of my mentors, Myron Golden, taught me that. Whenever we have to make the sale, whenever we need to make the sale, we put off this energy that has people resist, push back, ghost us, run away, because nobody wants to do business with somebody who's needy. But if you have a full pipeline and you always have another opportunity to go to when it gets to the end of the month, you're not worried. If you have the second thing in place, which is a rich self-discovery. Now, we've learned about discovery in sales as the approach to questions we ask in the first conversation. Unfortunately, that's become very surface level in many cases, and so we're asking a series of questions just to get an answer. But I invite you to deepen that conversation by facilitating self-discovery. What that means is you're walking the prospect, the potential buyer, through a set of questions to help them assess where they are, where they're trying to get, what might be in the way, what's going to be the payoff if they get there, what's going to be the loss if they don't make a change. But you're not telling them, and you're not selling them. By walking them through that process, realizing that day to day they don't acknowledge, they don't face the reality of their situation, they minimize it, they push it under the rug, and they adjust to it just so they can survive, because it's hard to look at reality. But whenever you ask them questions, as you facilitate a self-discovery, you're not asking them invasive, intrusive questions. You're asking them very simple questions to ask about where they are, where they're trying to get, what's standing in the way, and the reasons they want to make that change, and what's working in their favor and what's not. And as they open up and as they talk to you, they start to have realizations that, wait a minute, there is a better level here, and I can have it. And I'm simplifying it, but they come to the realization, a switch goes off in their mind. They're like, I want to make a change. Can you help me? So it basically gives you the cheat codes for what they value, what they look for, and what they're trying to accomplish. And if you can demonstrate that understanding back to them of what they just opened up and shared with you, and then show them how what they already care about and value can be obtained through your product, service, or solution, if it can be obtained through your product, service, or solution, combined with a healthy pipeline, you keep that laid back posture. You do not need them. You simply show them the way. You position yourself as an authority, as an expert, as a trusted advisor. And if you have the third piece in place, which is your follow-up, and you have it so dialed in that it's automated, that it goes out, but more importantly than anything, every time you follow up, the way you follow up is by helping them on that journey from where they are to where they're trying to be, because you've had a rich self-discovery. You know what they're thinking. You know where their pain points are. You know what they're trying to accomplish. You know all the subtleties in there. And if every time you reach out to them, whether that's once a week, twice a month, once every, depending on your situation, if every time you reach out to them via text or via phone or sending them information, if you help them take one step closer, one of my mentors called it results in the advance. Don't tell them you can help them, show them you can help them in your follow-up. And if in your self-discovery you've assessed what their time frame is this a sprint or is this a marathon? Is this a this month decision you'll be making? Is this a next year decision you'll be making? Is this next quarter you'll be making? And allow grown adults to make good decisions and trust that they can, and just align with them. And you have that meticulous follow-up, bringing them one step closer. More business is going to close because you didn't push, you didn't rush. And at the end of the month, when your business owner or your sales manager or someone is pushing you, hey, is this going to close? Get on the commit call. And you don't know, you're freaking out. That's not going to happen anymore, because you have plenty of opportunity that you're working. You know the cheat codes to every person that you've spoken with. You've disqualified people who are not a good fit. And you have a very systematic follow-up process, and you've qualified when that prospect is choosing to make that decision. And if you'll simply follow up and be that expert for them every step of the way, giving as much as you possibly can, adding to them as much value as you possibly can when it comes time for them to buy, why would they choose anybody else? So I hope that serves. If you're not familiar with the channel, or if you enjoyed this, subscribe. Consider share this with somebody. And if you'd like to have my help in helping you achieve your sales goals or exceed your sales goals or your sales team's goals, right below here there's a link. I do several things. If you're an individual and if you're on a fast track and you really want to increase your sales results, double, triple your sales results, I do a 5-week session, a group session, where we deep dive into all of these principles to help you close more business. And the link's right there if you want the information. If it's a good fit, consider joining us. If you're a sales leader, a CSO, a CFO, a business owner, or an entrepreneur, and you have a sales team and you need help there, reach out to me. I'll leave my website below. It's sellingwithinfluence.com, and there might be something. Let's start a conversation and see. But just remember, you can write your own ticket in selling. All you got to do is increase your influence.